Like, what are we talking about? Oh my God, I can't believe he used the term Shylock. Like, he says Chuck Schumer, who is Jewish himself, is a Palestinian. He uses Palestinian as a pejorative. Okay? Like, I don't think anybody cares about this. I think people are just saying this to you know, openly show the anyway, but yeah, America, the 24 karat gold labubu, okay? That's what it is. That's where we're at. That's what's popping. That's what's happening. The ADL has come out. By the way, last night we watched Donald Trump deliver a speech to a crowd of American Iowans who were very excited at the prospect of the big, beautiful bill passing, which I thought was really funny because it directly was going to take away the people behind him, the people that were gleefully cheering, their health care. This is a bill that doesn't do anything positive for these people, okay? Nothing whatsoever, okay? There's not even like anything in there that you could point to as remotely positive. So we watched Donald Trump deliver a speech to a crowd of heart-diseased Iowans, as you can see in the background, cheering as he gleefully talked about taking away their Medicaid and their SNAP benefits so that Donald Trump's wealthy friends can keep their massive tax cuts. Now, the big, beautiful bill was designed in an effort to make the previous Trump tax cuts from 2017 permanent. They were supposed to sunset. They were supposed to sunset right now, okay, or soon. And Donald Trump was able to whip the votes and expertly craft the working poor bill and go against a lot of his previous campaign promises, such as I am not going to take away your Medicaid. I'm not going to touch Medicaid. Right? Well, it turns out he is the Medicaid. Okay, he is the healthcare, just like he molested global trade. And here we are. What is this? Oh, the Social Security Association blasted out these bullshit emails yesterday. I heard about this yesterday from a chatter as well. I didn't know it was real or not. But yeah, Social Security applauds passage of legislation providing historic tax relief for seniors. SSA admin is sucking on it. Yeah, I feel like this is kind of inappropriate. I mean, this is pretty inappropriate. Not that it fucking matters. No one cares, right? Like, there's no normalcy anymore. But like, I wish the Democrats would do more stuff like this. Every time Donald Trump and his administration does some fuck shit, I just immediately, I'm like taking notes. I'm like, dude, do this next time. You know what I mean? Like, do this. I mean, he's lying, right? It's a way to try to, you know, reorient your focus to something that is supposed to be positive, but it's not, right? There is no new tax cuts here. The only thing that you get is no tax increase, a marginal, modest tax increase for most of the working class, but a significant tax increase for everyone above the $200,000 a year, the top 20% of wealth. They would have seen more tax increases. But the Trump administration, of course, is, you know, expertly doing political ads for their dog shit bill. And every time they do something, I'm like, oh man, I wish the Democrats would do something like this. This would be sick. You say there's nothing good in this bill for working class and poor people. There's no taxes. There's no taxes. So SS, tips and overtime is good. I can't believe the Dems didn't run on something like that. Dude, I'm sorry to report this to you, but if you were already working in the service sector and there are no taxes on your tips, you already are not eligible for a tax break anyway. You are not making enough for a tax break. Okay? You are probably getting a tax return at the tax season. Most of these people are not already, they're not already getting a major tax break here, okay? There are some who get a modest amount back. There are, like, if you're a firefighter and your job relies on a lot of overtime, okay, if you're a firefighter in your job, you get a lot of overtime. Like you can make like $1,000 a year back. But once again, the no tax on tips is literally just a deductible of up to $25,000. So yes, you're correct. Not only that, but also they are going to go away. You know what's not going away though? The tax cuts for the super wealthy that were made permanent. Those no tax on tips, they're going away by, I think, 2028, right? Like that's also slated to sunset. Not only is it not unlimited, it's there's a $25,000 cap, and most of the people in the service sector or in gig economy jobs are not even going to be able to get to a level where they benefit from this tax cut. There are some people who will, but a much smaller percentage of the overall labor force are actually going to even be able to take advantage of this. There's also a cap on it, and I mean, you're talking about like 1% within the entire labor force in this country at that point. And everybody thinks they're going to benefit from it. I don't know why. I don't know how they just like fell for this bullshit. Also, Kamala Harris did run on no tax on tips as well. And it's temporary. This is just giving handouts to cops, okay? You know the only sector that actually makes high enough that they would actually see this as a tax cut? Because they do a lot of overtime. Aside from firefighters, it's cops. Cops are the only people who benefit from this bill. Cops love spamming overtime, and firefighters too. Firefighters do as well. Okay, but like people out here really think this is a great opportunity. We're gonna make so much money. It's like, no, it's just they have to be making enough that that they were already paying more taxes. Most people with all of their tips don't even reach that threshold to pay taxes on this stuff anyway. That's not true, man. I work in construction, lots of overtime. Good luck, brother. Yeah, if you make under $51,000 a year, you will actually pay more in taxes. Also, the cutoff for the no tax on tips is $25,000. Wait, you know this bill sucks, so why are you glazing it? You said there's nothing good in this bill for working class / poor people. The no taxes on tips and overtimes is good. Overtime is good. I can't believe Dems didn't run on something like that. Overtime taxes are huge. Social Security should not be taxed at all. That's a decent amount of money. It's smart politics and actually helps people. American brain, dude. American brain is always tax cuts are the only way to help the working class. No, dog. You know the best way to help the working class? You know what is the best way to help the working class? Taxing the rich, okay? Keeping taxes stable for the working class in general, and then having a ton of amenities and a ton of social safety nets for everybody. That's how you're supposed to help the working class. But because most Americans, regardless of what their class position is and regardless of what their ideological tendencies are so understandably frustrated with the government that they just see taxes as this antagonistic. They have an antagonistic relationship with the government, and they have an antagonistic relationship with the taxes because they just see it as like the government stealing their money so they can give it to baby machines that are used in Israel, okay? Most people go, why the fuck am I giving money to the government? I don't see anything in return. But Social Security and tax on 60 hours of work a week, not taxing those, is a great way to show people you support the working class. Yes, dude, you're right. Donald Trump supports the working class. He really showed it. Social Security isn't taxed until $25,000 a year. The average Social Security recipient makes $20,000 a year. It is a wholesale lie. Do you think some salaried employees might change to hourly so they can get a lot of overtime and avoid taxes on it? Let's look at 4th of July holiday week, expected to set record for travelers.
Story is the ongoing July 4th getaway. The FAA recorded 51,000 scheduled flights yesterday. Its busiest day of a very busy week for travelers. And Dave Malkoff is at the world's busiest airport in Atlanta. Dave, how you faring out there?
Yeah, hi, Michelle. Yeah, I can feel it is getting busy out there. Look at all these travelers back here. 4 million people will come through this airport, this one airport this weekend. According to AAA, we'll see 72.2 million travelers going at least 50 miles away from their home this week. That's up 2.4% from last year, and that breaks down almost 6 million people on airplanes and then 62 million in cars. Those are both record-setting numbers. American Airlines predicts that they will see the most customers ever during this travel period. United says that it expects to fly 560,000 people every single day of the 4th of July travel period. That's something like 3 takeoffs per minute. The increase could have something to do with gas prices. Yes, they are lower. Nationally, it's down to $3.16 per gallon on average. But more flights means more delays. So we had about 9,000 delays yesterday. That's both internally in the United States and coming in and out of the United States. And if you look back there, you can see that TSA is starting to get crowded. But Nancy, it's going to be.
Remember when Schumer said a shutdown was worse than letting them pass the budget? Glad he saved his energy. Yeah. Well, it was a de facto shutdown anyway, because the shutdown is supposed to shut down federal workers, which Donald Trump did by way of Doge, only to have to forcibly restore it because a lot of things stopped working.
A couple weeks ago, you said that.
Also, last night, as we talked about, Donald Trump was live and alive in Iowa as people were cheering on his direct cuts that will ruin the lives of the people behind him. And he said something on there that I immediately clocked as potentially anti-Semitic. He used the term Shylock, which is a Jewish moneylender, the OG Jewish merchant meme from Shakespeare, and you know, but he's pro-Israel, so it's fine.
But if you love them, or if you love somebody that you're leaving it to, think of that. No death tax, no estate tax, no going to the banks and borrowing from, in some cases, a fine banker, and in some cases, Shylocks and bad people. But if you love them, or if you love.
And then Eric Swalwell said, if the ADL can't condemn this, they should pack it up. They will have zero credibility. And the ADL did. They said the term Shylock evokes a centuries-old anti-Semitic trope about Jews and greed that is extremely offensive and dangerous. President Trump's use of the term is very troubling and irresponsible. It underscores how lies and conspiracies about Jews remain deeply entrenched in our country. Words from our leaders matter, and we expect more from the President of the United States. Yeah, they did it. They did it. They finally came out. Listen, they were really busy, okay? To be fair to the ADL, they've been really busy, you know, going after true anti-Semites like myself who don't actually say anything anti-Semitic and, as a matter of fact, combat anti-Semitism with regular frequency, but also don't think that Israel should do a genocide or maintain an ethno-state. So, I mean, who's to say what's anti-Semitic at that point? You know what I mean? I mean, one is far, far, far more anti-Semitic than the other, obviously.
You were on the cusp of a historic settlement with Harvard University. What's changed since then? Do you think you're closer to an agreement, or do you think Columbia could go first?
I think we're going to probably settle with Harvard. We're going to probably settle with Columbia. They want to settle very badly.
How much?
There's no rush. A lot of money.
I wanted to ask you about one of the words you used during your speech, Shylocks. That's widely viewed as an anti-Semitic phrase. Do you intend for that word to be used
No,
that way?
I've never heard it that way. To me, a Shylock is somebody that's a money lender at high rates. I've never heard it that way. You view it differently than me.
I'm a big fan of Shakespeare, The Merchant of Venice. Believe it, folks. Beautiful, beautiful work. 1596. Beautiful year, best year, many people are saying. Well, I don't know. I'm confused. I'm confused why people are getting mad at Trump for this. He said he doesn't see it that way, so I guess that's okay. That's legit the only time I've heard that word. Yeah, it's like the OG. It's the OG, like, Jewish merchant meme. Like, that's where it's like, that's what it is. He's like a shitty money lender, a Jewish money lender that is greedy. Like, that's where it comes from. That's like that's why when I heard it, I was like, damn, isn't that like a no word? The funniest defense of what Trump said: Trump bombed Iran. He can say Shylock 100 times a day forever, as far as I'm concerned. Is this real? Did he actually say this? No, there's no way. Is John Pot? I mean, John Podhoretz does believe this, but I doubt that he would openly say it. I feel like this is a fake tweet. Oh my God, he literally said it. Trump bombed Iran. You can say, dude, how many? Dude. When you bomb Iran, you get to say whatever you want. Okay? Are you kidding me? Democratic majority for Israel. This is offensive and unacceptable. Unfortunately, it's part of a pattern of President Trump spreading anti-Semitic stereotypes. He should apologize. This is good. Maybe this will take the attention away from what a lot of these organizations are way more focused on, which is anyone and everyone that says Israel should stop doing a genocide. Wow, I'm shocked. Guys, let me tell you how surprised I am that a right-wing conservative said something that is bigoted. What? I'm just now finding out that right-wing conservatives sometimes happen to be a little bigoted, just a little bit. Wow. What? That's crazy. Stop. Stop the presses, dude.
Of that major tax and spending legislation that could affect the lives of every American. President Trump calls it his big...
The ADL demanded and immediately got an apology from Vice President Biden for using Shylock in 2014. Biden said of the ADL director Foxman, he's correct, he's right. So an immediate apology from Trump for his use of the anti-Semitic slur is the minimum. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Okay. I think everyone is just like fucking around with this. Maybe I'm crazy, but like Trump has said incredibly anti-Semitic shit on the campaign trail. He literally said if he loses, it's because of the Jews. The Jews are responsible for his loss. He said that I've done so much for the Jews. Why don't they love me more? Like, what are we talking about? Oh my God, I can't believe he used the term Shylock. Like, he says Chuck Schumer, who is Jewish himself, is a Palestinian. He uses Palestinian as a pejorative. Okay? Like, I don't think anybody cares about this. I think people are just saying this to you know, openly show the openly test out the moral consistency of like institutions like the ADL. Okay? That's what it is. That's what it feels like to me. Maybe I'm wrong, but it feels like a lot of this is just like silly. Like, yeah, imagine the reaction if Mamdani used the term Shylock. Like, imagine, again, if I did something like this, if I said something like this, if Rashida Tlaib said something like this, if Zohran Mamdani said something like this, there would be calls to fucking jail people, okay? That's it. Language policing is super lame, and I immediately disengage when I hear fellow leftists do it. I mean, it's just like, it's funny because this is like the least anti-Semitic thing Trump has said, okay? The idea that like every American Jew is supposed to care about Israel is literally anti-Semitic. It is not only, and that's not just my estimation as an anti-Zionist, like that is literally baked into the IHRA definition of anti-Semitism, okay? Like that is the people who have cynically tried to weaponize anti-Semitism as a conflation, in their conflation between Israel and Judaism, also openly recognize that like the notion that Jews only care about Israel is anti-Semitic, which is true. That is an anti-Semitic trope. That is an anti-Semitic association. Yeah, I saw this from Mehdi Hasan. Imagine the reaction if Mamdani said this, or Tlaib, or Hasan Piker. None of them would, of course, say this, but the president of the United States says it, and it won't make any headlines or provoke any stern Jonathan Greenblatt condemnations. Yeah, he is like he's anti-Semitic in the exact same way that like a lot of people his age are, okay? Where it's like, you know, Jews, they're money people, they're in the media, like that type of anti-Semite. That's it. Like that's the level. He's not like the neo-Nazi level of anti-Semite, but it doesn't matter because he's a neo-Nazi in other ways, okay? But because he loves Israel, as a direct consequence of the incredible amounts of money that he's gotten from Miriam Adelson and then previously Sheldon Adelson before he died, that he will always do whatever the fuck Israel wants him to do, and therefore nobody really gives a shit. He could straight up say way more anti-Semitic shit than this, and the institutions that would, in other circumstances, the institutions that would otherwise like call out people and demand that they get punished, would absolutely take positions exactly like John Podhoretz. No, but this is extremely helpful / transparent. Zionists are saying that Trump, and anyone else for that matter, can be explicitly and openly anti-Semitic as long as they fight Israel's wars of expansion and shield it from accountability for genocide. Israel at the expense of Jews. This is precisely what it is. That's it. Some would say he could kill a man on Fifth Avenue and they would still vote for him. I mean, exactly. Guys, the highest version of this was not seen with Donald Trump. The highest version of this was seen with Elon Musk. Elon Musk, who very famously, as you guys know, I'm using his website right now, purchased this website that we're using, okay, and turned it into 4chan. And it tainted discourse across the board. It has had a cancerous impact on Discord everywhere else as well, on discourse everywhere else as well, okay? There are open neo-Nazi conspiracies on the timeline. People are fucking posting Hitler fan cams on the timeline, okay? Saying that, oh, the painter man was wrong, or we were wrong about the painter man, shit like that, okay? It's turned into 4chan poll. Elon Musk, in the process of doing that, has routinely highlighted neo-Nazi accounts like open Holocaust deniers and racist eugenicists. One that famously also just got highlighted by the New York Times in an effort to fucking smear Zohran Mamdani, as we covered yesterday. It has turned the website unusable. There are ads for Hitler, for Adolf Hitler on the website. Elon Musk also took the maximalist anti-Semitic position when he responded to a neo-Nazi who was saying, well, Jews imported the third world here, so now that they're doing anti-Semitism, well, sucks to suck, you brought this on yourselves. This is the classic anti-Semitic trope. The idea that... Okay, peki. Okay, baba dur, tamam, söyle yaparım, tamam. Anneme söyle mesaj atsın bana. Elon Musk, geldiği zaman atsın o zaman, ondan sonra sipariş veririm. Elon Musk turned around and looked at that great replacement theory, which is the idea that like Jews are bringing in the third world into Western civilization to destroy the racial fabric of Western civilization in an effort to destroy it from within. And he said, you have said the truth. That is the maximum anti-Semitic position you can arrive at. Okay? I can't think of any other anti-Semitic conspiracy that's more damning than that one. It is directly the one that Adolf Hitler used. It is directly the anti-Semitic conspiracy that the synagogue shooter, the Tree of Life synagogue shooter, was geared up about when he went into the synagogue and shot the attending Jews. Elon Musk turned around and said, "This is great. Like you have said the actual truth." But because he's pro-Israel, because he is pro-Israel, the ADL has routinely defended him. The ADL literally defended him, throwing up the Sig Heil twice on inauguration. Okay, that's it. That's it. What is that chatter saying? Are you making an argument to that point that's demonstrably true? Wait, what? You're going to make that argument that is demonstrably true? Is the truth anti-Semitic? You think Jews have Elon is not a Nazi, lol. Brother, I don't think you're a good judge on who is a Nazi and who is not a Nazi, considering that you think that Jews have engaged in a conspiracy to fucking import the third world into the Western civilization, to destroy Western civilization from within. Dog, you're a fucking Nazi. What do you mean? That is not a correct argument at all, you fucking moron. That's not even an argument. That's just a made-up hysterical fantasy. Yeah, what always gets admitted is the original poster was accusing Chuds of saying Hitler was right. The replier says basically actually he was, and Elon Musk concurs. Yeah, the cowards hiding behind anonymity on the internet and posting Hitler was right. You got something to say? Why don't you say it to our faces? And this guy goes, okay, I'll say it to your face. Hitler was right. Look at him. Jewish communities have been pushing this exact kind of dialectical hatred against whites that they claim to want people to stop using against them. I'm deeply disinterested in giving the tiniest shit about how Western Jewish populations come into the disturbing realization that those hordes of minorities that support flooding their country don't exactly like them much. You want the truth said to your face. There it is. Elon Musk turns around and says, you have said the actual truth.